So I was thinking the other day about my love of the classic style Gygax system underworlds, the majesty of it all, sort of finding that door and killing your first goblin and what that was like as an experience. And I'm trying to recapture that a little bit. To me, some of the more modern aspects that have been introduced to roleplay are just they're rubbing me the wrong way. And I won't elaborate on that, to each his own. But what's missing is sort of that wargamer element where you needed to apply some strategy in how to get across a dangerous area of the dungeon, or the power gamer aspect where you knew something more was coming. And that goes into both the pace of play and also having a group that can appear regularly in order to advance. Now, the problems with the Gygax system run primarily two. The first is the fact that there's the power creep, where you get to a point where magic is just erasing whole, if not rooms of a dungeon. The whole underworld can be erased by magic, and that's certainly no fun for most people that are playing it. Or the second thing that has a problem with is that if you don't have that magical power that's going to erase a battle, when you deal with a significant monster, to nickel and dime their hit points down, it can take hours. And if you have an especially elaborate battle involving some specialized monsters, that can take even longer. And you would have to stop your session for a day and restart it up in the middle of a battle, and that's awkward. I decided to, invest some time trying to come up with this concept of a dungeon as a puzzle. And instead of trying to keep too much information hidden from the players, I just present it to the players. And I don't give them all the information because there is some fun in the exploration. And before I pontificate too much and delay this, I'm just going to show you what I've done here. And I have this puzzle, a dungeon puzzle generator, and I have about a 10-page set of rules that just describe the different actions you can do as a dungeon explorer, as an adventurer. Now, there's no real classes involved with the game. Class-type systems have never appealed to me from the very beginning. I was looking at roguish type of characters that can do it all. But I don't want one character to dominate all of play. Yet at the same time, if I want to play it solo, I have to have an experience that a solo player can do. And the main theme here would be, can we make it one more room? Can we make it past one more obstacle, or should we leave now? So I've already run one level as Underworld, and I came in through this inn portion here, and I discovered the skeletons here that I destroyed. And then I know that there's this moderator, this book as an icon, this a sentinel in the underworld who can get me right to my goal. Maybe I have to rescue somebody, maybe I'm just trying to retrieve treasure there, but he could get me right to the gold. And I did have the skills. I did have, when I picked my my 15 skills, hit points, and glory pips, plus ones to the dice roll, I did pick the right skill, by luck, to have the Harbinger teleport me right to the end game to fight a whole fistful of skeletons. Because these bull icons that represent the monsters, they're all the same monsters. Yet if you get to some sort of like this skull and crossbones here, that's a different monster. That's an intruder, an invader, and those are harder battles. So you probably want to avoid that. And as a group of players, you can just present this to them, and then they can decide based on their skills how they want to get to each of the goals. And for me, I killed that monster, and I think I killed that monster, but I took a little damage from it, and I only have 4 hit points, low hit point game. The max you can have is 25 in it. I don't think you need 100 hit points. It just makes the referee start doing damage by 10s and 20s rather than 1s and 2s. And then I came to this bomb, which is going to represent some sort of trap. It's not a monster, it's something that needs to be resolved. And I did not have the ability to do that, but I just took my lumps to eliminate that trap, and that moved me to this gold. And I think I found a wand with 3 uses that I could fling curses with. And there's 7 different types of physical attacks, including a ranged attack, and there's 7 different types of magical attacks. The magical attacks tend to wipe out an obstacle of monsters, and physical attacks tend to onesie-twosie them. You would do all of your physical attacks or all of your magical attacks. The difference, of course, is if you do magical attacks, you have to spend a glory pip as if it's a mana pool. We're very familiar with that from Diablo and all of the video games. And you would move along. I captured this gold, and did I want to go any further? Well, if I went any further, I knew there was going to be a room there. Now, I could dig around it, but I would still then be trapped by the edge of the map. And I came to this door, and I miraculously turned that door from closed to open. And then I knew, should I press my luck? And this is part of the whole themes of this style of dungeon puzzle, is how much further as a party with your hit points and your talents, your set of tools like the cunning act or the block or the dodge, your minor ability, can you have to move through the underworld and capture these different gold spots. Now, if I went this route, I would not only have to go through 2 more bombs, which are skill challenges, talent challenges, plus I would have to face the skeletons in this area of 2F. If I went past the book, the Sentinel, and did not activate him because I didn't have the hit points yet left to do an endgame, I could go through this bomb, but I'd already opened the door, and I, again, through my dice roll and luck, which is part of a Gygax type of play, I eliminated that, and I ended up capturing this gold. And at that gold, I found a bell that by ringing it, I could do a magical attack, or I should say I could add a plus to my magical attack. And when I left the underworld, I said that's enough for me. I was already injured. I'd already used what healing ability I had, and then I got to the point where I was ready to leave. And with this system, this dungeon puzzle system, if I have a magic item with enough actions, abilities, pips, and benefits, that I can sacrifice it to the let's call him the grandfather of the Delver. He will bestow me the next level, and I'll pick up a die 4 that I can distribute either as new hit points, new glory pips, or new talents. I went up my level by giving him the bell and keeping the wand I had collected from the first encounter that I had. And I picked up, because I'm starting to learn the system myself, I picked up a few more of the blocks and dispels and wards to try to, in case I take damage from a monster, I have the ability to reflect and cancel it. So how would this work? Let me see. Again, I showed you that picture online of the Rojo. And I'm going to stop the video here and make a part 2. And part 2 is I'm actually just going to play it. This is more of an introduction to what a dungeon puzzle is. And when I finally get the rule set formalized, I'll put it up on DruveThru. And the dungeon puzzle generator will be available through the spacegamer site, and that'll be for gratis. We probably lose money for every product we make, but we make it up in bulk, I think, is the cliche response. More later.